Hi, I am Roberto from my very this video to explain you how to cut Spanish ham and to make nice slices out of it. In the previous video file in French, you will see how we have arrived to this step, the cut that was done, how it was done, but this is the version in English now. So as you can see, I have this is the way I keep the ham once you have started cutting, and particularly you keep some pieces, some slices of fat and skin in order to conserve it with its own fat and protect it from oxidation. First thing, there are three things you may wish to hear well. There are three areas of the ham to be considered for making slices out of it. First, with the nail towards downwards, the nail downwards. There is a thin side. This thin side is the first one that you should cut because it usually gets dry faster than the other side. The other side is larger. This is the side, the bottom side that you can see when you return the ham, and the legs are upwards. So you start by the thin side that makes thin pieces of ham, thin slices. Just because if you eat it rapidly, you can start at any area. But if you eat it, you will need 2-3 months to eat it. This side may get very dry and therefore harder to cut and to eat. The other side is larger, and you make out of it very nice slices because the surface to cut is much larger. Usually in restaurants they start by this side, made upwards, just because it's more aesthetic and it's more impressive to see that huge section, huge surface to cut. First, then, in your case, in a family home with not much people who eat, and if you plan to eat it in 2 or 3 months, then it's better to start by this thin side. You will first cut this side, then you will continue by this side, and then at the end you will finish by this side. This one gets in better conditions and doesn't get hard, doesn't get dry fast because it's larger and it has more fat layers on it. The other thing you should know is to have at least two kinds of knives. A big one that is able to cut hard pieces, hard meat or hard bones. This one, mine is dented, and with this one I do the initial cut here. In case this pig skin is too hard, you can use a saw. And the other knife is the special ham knife that actually is a long and thin knife, and be careful, it's very, very dangerous to use. And the thing to improve this cut.